Hello everyone, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. So in today's video, we will be learning how to attach our beautiful elegant stones to our kente. The top section, which is the corset, had already been uploaded, so I will be leaving the link in it so that you get to check that video out as well. But hey, don't forget to try out and watch the playlist. You get a lot of beading tutorials there as well. So let's get right into it. Here in this section, we're actually using the hot applicator, the hot fix rhinestone applicator. And these are the stones that I'll be using. So I actually get my stones. You place them on where you want your patterns to be or where you want your reflections or your shiny to be. And then after you're done placing them on where you want it to be, you actually always have to make sure that they are being applied at the right section. They are not turned because there are glue beneath it. So it is always best that you actually position it in a way that the glue will be down, and then you put your hot fix applicator, rhinestone applicator, on them to actually melt the glue beneath it in order for it to get attached to the fabric or whatever you were working around. So that is what you see me doing here. Actually positioned on them in the pattern I wanted it to be done, and also apply that on it. But one thing I would say is this hot fix rhinestone applicator works perfectly on soft nets. They work so fine on soft nets. You know, soft nets, you don't really want to get it bent and stuff. It's the best for soft nets. But if you want to also achieve a very elegant classic work, then it is a must for you to also use this so that you can do that. You know, get to know how the patterns are working around before anything. So because of how smaller or how you can do that in like quite a longer period, it is always best to, you know, from the start, especially when you don't know what patterns you're going in for, it's best to use this. And hey, thank you very much for tuning in till this section. My name is Irene. I'm a fashion designer here in Ghana. I do have my WhatsApp link in the description. So kindly do send me a WhatsApp message if you want any of our services to be rendered to you. So here in this section, I had a lot to achieve. So I noticed that I really wanted to fill the whole slit with the rhinestones. So I actually used iron to press it out. That was what I was saying in the earlier section, that you have to try, especially if you don't know what you're really going in for. Because most of my creative sections, I really start before I get to know where I'm taking each direction. I don't really sit back, like see it, and then it just starts flowing. Sometimes in the process of being around the fabric and then the patterns I'm working around, then I get to know which patterns I'm using and which is the best way to apply anything I'm doing. That is why you see me using iron here. I wanted to fill the whole thing up, but not in a scattered form, but in a pattern form. So I wanted to have a heat that was quite larger, that had a very large surface for me to achieve it in the shortest possible time. And that is what you see me doing here. But hey, it is always best to use the hot fix rhinestone applicator with your soft net. But with a cotton, the exemptions, you can use your iron for that because it will also going to give you that heat to melt the glue at the back of the rhinestone. So it's always good if you want to use your iron when dealing with a cotton, or maybe, you know, things that really don't get much of effect when it's being touched with an iron or extreme heat, then you can work around with that. But the ones that can really mess things out, or especially when you're using extreme heat, you just don't stay with that and iron. You just choose the hot fix rhinestone applicator just so you could get the better and the nicer results. So as I was saying earlier, I always try to, you know, get to some point before I actually apply the heat, right, actually line up what patterns I wanted, because where in this section I was just, you know, trying to get which pattern I was going to be working around with these tools. Okay, so here in Africa, this is how our kitchen stool is actually This is how the symbol looks like for our kitchen stool. So that is what you see me doing. I'm just trying to create something unique and something original around it to give it that blend and that spark. So that is what you see me doing here, and you see me actually passing it all around the shoes. So that is what you see me doing here. I'm actually arranging it in a way that would actually give a little bit of an illustration at the down section and not too much as the whole front section. Yes, so that is what you see me doing here. And hey, if you want us to work on any of your kente, like I said, you can actually send me a WhatsApp message. My link is actually in the description. My Instagram and other social media links are also available in the description. Kindly do. Let's connect there. So when I got to the section like this, I noticed that I wanted to make the spark more here. So even though I was following a pattern, but I decided to change and use a different rhinestone from the normal rhinestone that I was using. It's the same thing. So this is what I mean. Like you can see me pulling it. I'm just trying to make sure to get if it's going to come out, but no, it is not coming out. They are fixed in your fabric, and this is cool. Okay, this is extremely cool and very, very elegant as well. So you see me applying the heat on it more for extreme fairness. That is what you see me doing here in this section. So I actually chose the ash with more sparks when it came to these linear section or linear patterns around the stool. I actually didn't use the lemon sparkles. I actually chose the ash one so I could get, it can get some kind of connections there, because the front, which is where the most patterns are at, was very, very, it was more there. And I just wanted a little bit of illustration at the down section so that it would just connect and complement it. Since the upper section was more, I just wanted to limit the bottom of it, the slit, so that even if it doesn't become that more, like it works around the pattern, it kind of use a brighter color or a more obvious color, so that the moment you just see it, you know for sure that yes, this is what you're working around, and this is a pattern, and this is a seal, and this is how the whole slit is coming around. Okay, so that is what you see me doing here in the section. And please, if you've not subscribed, kindly do subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to enjoy our playlist. Don't forget to leave your comments beneath. Every comment you post, I either reply them or I always react to them. So please do leave your comment in the comment section. It really does help the channel. So here you see me actually following that pattern. This is what I was trying to achieve, to get it black. Those are the two colors, the silver and the green, but they all have sparks, but the silver is quite brighter than the green. That is the reason why I actually used it for the linear section of it. Yes, so that is why you see me doing here, applying more rhinestones to the kente. And hey, we do sew kente here at our firm. We do deal with kente bridals, we deal with normal wedding guest outfit, anything you want to sew, just contact us. And yep, we are not just about the female, we have included menswear to our firm. So kindly do send us a message on WhatsApp and let's start handling Mr. Outfit for him. Surprise, babe. Okay, yep, so that is what you see me doing here. I'm actually applying the rhinestones on it to get the perfect pattern that I wanted and effect I wanted. So here I was arranging them in a way I wanted it, and yet getting the steam iron to apply a little bit of steam and heat on the rhinestone so that it will be able to actually get attached to the kente. That is how it goes. But hey, it is always best you use your hot fix applicator to know the patterns you are opting for and how things are going before you definitely start using like a larger surface like your irons. But if you know your pattern already, you can use your steam iron. So here actually standards to actually apply more heat on the rhinestone so all the glues could get extremely fixed on the kente. That is what you see me doing here in this section. I'm applying all the heat, all the steam on our elegant kente. And hey, there's a video of this kente actually in the channel already. I will be leaving the link in the description so you can actually check the behind the scenes of how this gorgeous slate was achieved, and everything you need to know about this had already been uploaded. Just that the stoning and the rhinestone application was quite different and wanted to do a separate video for it so that you could get the whole thing well. So this is how it was looking like. Can you see the patterns that are down? Like the silver and green combination? Yeah, that was what I wanted to achieve. That was what I was talking about. And this is the beautiful kente on our bride. Thank you so much, dear, for trusting us with this beautiful piece. And hey, don't forget to send us a message so we can help you out like this elegant bride standing here. So this is how the down section was looking like after the whole stoning. This is how it was all looking like. Already there's been behind the scenes footages that has been uploaded. I'll be leaving the link in the description. But this was how excited our bride was. Can you see the stones and the sparkles? Like, can you see how the whole thing is connecting? Can you see it? Thank you so much, dear, for trusting us on your big day. May God bless your new home. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment. It really does help the channel. Don't skip any adverts, please. Let's help the channel to grow more. Yeah, so that is what you see us doing here. This is the bride after the makeups and everything before she had to be introduced to the man's family. So this is how she was looking like at the end of the day. So don't forget to watch our next video. K6XOXO.